today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, it's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd every...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Seattle Seahawks.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. End zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the... And they're coming off a...
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked, and find excitement area.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's right at midfield.
Complete to Van Jefferson. It's a gain of 7.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 67 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him.
Robert Woods. Touchdown, L.A.
Complete to number 7.
Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. They're an extra point away from tying up this football game. And then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
At 5. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
This year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, Rams 7.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now it's Lockett. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. Right side complete, that's Woods. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
18-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on first down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Shut him down. Shut him down.
likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. The 49ers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Phillip Lindsay with a touchdown run. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 28-21, the final score. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carson, the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
He's taken down at
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Rams 7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
First down, Rams.
Now Goff on first down. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing again is Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyler Higbee. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Trying to make a comeback off.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Gain of 6. Makes it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rams 13.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Buying time to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And a Rams first down.
Again, Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
To Van Jefferson. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks' 39-yard line.
To the air again, Goff. And this will be incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Goff throwing again. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
Los Angeles.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
3 yards the gain there, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
23-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Goff into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's into the clear. 20, 10,
we got plenty of
and he
fun,
will
baby.
take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
Goff's pass intended for
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage. Make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Returnable for Lockett. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
48. Rams 13.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.